What's up, YouTube fan? Brandon Weaver here once again. I got no cameraman. Sit down. Sit down. No, I got no cameraman today, okay? You sit down, you stay in the corner. Jerome is giving me a headache. I'm all pumped up, fired up to get into your Q&A, and let's get right to it. All right, I got a comment here that says, "Hi, Brandon. I have bad credit for 25 to 30 years. That is unacceptable. We're gonna take care of that right now, because credit repair starts now." This is all stuff from when I was married. Yep, good old marriage. It's unfortunate. Now, if you're married, if I can tell you anything, try to keep the finances as best you can in your line of sight, right? Your line of sight is what we used to say in the military. Line of sight. Make sure you know what the heck is going on, right? Don't be fooled or persuaded to not know what's going on in your own household. That's what I can give you the best advice. Your marriage is your deal, so I don't want to, be giving too much advice, but the finances, the credit, you want to know what's going on to the best of your ability. That's what I'll say, okay? Because you don't want stuff like this to happen to you. Now, my husband purposely destroyed my credit, and I believe he was still using my information even after we split up, all right? Back in 93, guys, 93. I have not had any credit cards except for one which I paid off next month in full. He took me for about a significant sum of money, guys, and I put it all out there, okay? It was a comment, you can take a look at the comments here. A significant sum of money. Someone told me that I have to fight this. Yes, you do need to fight this, okay? You do need to fight this. This is clearly, and I'm sorry to say this is fraud, this is identity theft. I know he's your former husband. I know it can be challenging. Man, when I was married, I'm really sorry that this happened to you. This is a situation where you're gonna have to file a police report. I'm sorry, there's just really, you can definitely dispute it. You can dispute it with 609, okay? You can dispute it. But the problem is getting that money back or having all this stuff charged back or disputing all this stuff is gonna go a lot easier, a lot further for you. Boom, you've got the fraud report, you've got the FTC affidavit for identity theft. They're not gonna play around. And yeah, they might go after them. They might have to. This is unacceptable. If someone is using your personal social, using your personal information, I'm sorry, but that's a situation that's ID theft right out of the gate. That's identity theft. You can send in your FTC affidavit. You've seen it here on the site before. I've printed it out. I've showed you guys. You can fill it out. You can fill it out. You can fill out your police report. You can tell them your story just like you told me, and you're gonna have to fight it. Now, I don't know if you need to go to court or want to go to small claims court. I don't know if he specifically took money from you, but for the credit repair side, the 609 letters can and will work. I think for that extra boost, you're gonna want to use that identity theft affidavit, all right? Now, I was under the impression, this is what I want to get to. I was under the impression that my credit resets itself in 7 years, okay? You were under the impression that your credit reset in 7 years. One, with the credit bureaus, never assume anything, okay? It's supposed to reset in 7 years from the last delinquency. Things are supposed to fall off in 7 years. With BKs, it's supposed to be like 10 years, and other certain public records, 10 years. Usually 7 years, right? I've seen reports, I've personally seen stuff that was outside that 7-year window, that was 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, still sitting there. That's why you have to dispute this inaccurate stuff. So take the 609 letters that you get at 609creditrepair.com and dispute that stuff that's negative, right? Dispute that stuff that's obsolete, outdated, outside the statutes of limitation. Go ahead and do yourself the favor and dispute it. Now, I know what you're thinking. This stuff's supposed to automatically come off. It doesn't. Guys, I have to tell you, it doesn't always come off. The stuff is supposed to, but it doesn't. They play games, they have hundreds of thousands of different trade lines, okay? Hundreds of millions, billions of trade lines, okay? And then they have millions of different credit files, millions of credit files. So they have millions of different credit files, and within each credit file, they've got lots of different lines of trade lines, credit lines, you got it, right? Loans, all sorts of stuff there. So they're not gonna necessarily reach out and be like, well, let's look into this, make sure it's 7 years, all their algorithms, they got a ton going on. They've got a ton going on. So you're gonna have to dispute it, you are gonna have to fight it, you're gonna have to file the police report if you wanna get this stuff knocked out quickly. With the fraud, with the FTC, with this stuff, that is ID theft, they have to remove it, okay, within the 30 days. Usually it's quicker than that. That's why you want to go that route. Now, with the 609 letters, they got 30 days to respond. If they can't verify it, which they shouldn't be able to because it's not your information, they've got to do the due diligence and do their investigation properly, and they don't play no games, it will come off as well. Or you can send that non-response letter, you can file your complaints, and you can get this off. CFPB, right? Better Business, FTC, all these good stuff. Attorney General's office. An actual lawyer, an actual consumer protection lawyer can help you in this situation, okay? I'm very sorry that this happened to you. It makes me sick to know that someone would do this to you, and I'm here to help you. So if you need help, reach out to me, email, comment below, all right, guys? And I hope none of this ever happens to any of you guys, all right? It's disgusting, it's unacceptable, and I'm sorry that it happened. But let's get back to it, and we will bring some more positive energy to this. All right, so some individual, this is another family member, but I think this was an error. This is just an inaccurate information here. It wasn't anything malicious. His father's name is on his credit report as an alias. So under names, you'll have your name, and then it'll say aliases. It's his father's name. Maybe he's a junior, he's a senior, or maybe they're close. I know some people share names in the family. Okay, I've seen it. Middle names. First names, juniors, seniors, thirds, fourths, okay? Middle names and last names, it starts to get mixed up with them because you know they have a tough time reporting properly. You know they have a tough time pulling these public records and figuring this stuff out. So yes, you want to send in your letter to update your name, your address, all that personal information. We've got that for you, all right? I have it for you. We've got it, 609creditrepair.com, or you can do it, or we can do it for you, excuse me. We can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. So that is a possibility. Now why? Now Brandon, why? Why would you want to do that? Why? Hallelujah. Why don't you just leave it on there? This is the problem. If you leave it on there, potentially your father's trade lines could wind up on your report. Now it's all good. He's got good credit and he's paying his bills on time. He's got all the credit history and he's making all the on-time payments. But if he misses one little thing could ding your credit and could bring your score down, and you run that risk. That's not necessarily a risk you want to take. You don't necessarily want to take your father's debts on. What if his credit utilization goes just a little bit up? And maybe he's not looking for a house, or maybe he's not looking for a car. Maybe he's almost retired and he's gonna have a wild time. He's going to Cancun. Your father's going to Cancun, all right? He's going to Jamaica, the Bahamas. Ooh, a pretty mama, right? He's going out. He's wilding out, okay? You're trying to be studious. You're trying to get your degree, okay? You're trying to get your business off the ground. You're trying to save for retirement. You're trying to do everything you're trying to do, and then his little trade line comes over and he's out in Jamaica, Bahamas. Ooh, he's doing all this, the wildness, and that shows up on your report. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but you want things to be clean because you don't want that to show up in your report, your credit utilization go crazy or anything of this nature, okay? You always want to guard your credit with your life, okay? Because that's the backbone of your financial. It really is. Even in situations where you're cash heavy, where you have money. There's many entrepreneurs out there that are doing well now, have come a long way. I've gotten success stories and emails and stuff, people doing really well, okay? And I applaud you all out there. But even times when you have cash, credit is still important. Background checks, including credit checks, right? Getting a specific merchant account, getting a specific bond or license, being in a specific industry, getting a specific job. They're gonna look into it. You wanna be in the military, you wanna be an officer in the military. They're gonna look at that stuff. So having your credit squared away, hey, even if having money is good, you know, you're gonna want utilities turned on. You're gonna wanna be able to get an apartment. So it's not always, they go hand in hand and it's your backbone and your foundation. So guard it with your life. So yes, update your personal profile information. All right, now let's see what else I got for you. All right, I see you looking at me, Jerome, in the corner. You stay quiet, my man. Cameraman be screwing up all the time, putting me behind the 8 ball. Gotta find my topics here and my notes, and he's looking at me, laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me, Jerome. All right. Now, we've got a question here about inquiries, okay? Hey, Brandon, I have 8 hard inquiries on my TransUnion. Is it possible to remove all of them at the same time? Well, let me tell you what. You can dispute them all at the same time, okay? It depends on if they all came from one specific spot or if they came from different spots. So let's say you went to a dealer, you got all 8, potential for all 8 to come off all at once is there. The potential for disputing them if they came from different spots all at once is there. But what I would say is you can dispute them all at once, and just like the negative accounts, just like the inaccurate, unverified, obsolete, outdated information, it may take some time for them to come off. And you have different routes. We have the letters for you at 609 Credit Repair. We can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. What you want to do is you want to freeze and seal SageStream, LexisNexis, some of the other guys too, ARS, NFS, all these little smaller bureaus. You can go ahead and freeze those. You dispute with the bureaus and the people that put your information on there, all right? Asking them if they have permissible purpose to do so, run your credit. Usually after 90 days, they purge the applications, okay? A lot of times they never provide applications. I've seen it over and over again. People email in, hey man, I had this inquiry, one of them didn't come off, they didn't provide application, what's going on? Yeah, we dispute it again, because they don't have it, they didn't have permissible purpose, they have nothing. And again, guard it with your life. Be cautious. I'll ask people all the time, hey, are you running a credit inquiry? No credit check. No hard credit check, right? Okay, what's your name? Okay, great. I'm gonna put this name down, because if I get a hard inquiry, I'm coming back to my lawyers, right? And you don't necessarily have to be that aggressive, but that's the mindset. You have to guard this stuff with your life, because it really is your livelihood. My life changed dramatically, and so have other people's, because their credit was better. And if it doesn't get better and it starts getting worse, then it could be your life is getting worse. But here, we're getting better. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications where you get this amazing, awesome, phenomenal content where I get you pumped up and ready to do some credit repair, because credit repair starts right now. So hit that button, hit that like button if this helped you out, and you know what? Until I see you in person, I'll see you on the other side. Take care.